that moment, everything changed. My priorities changed. Everything rearranged in this weird way, which I really wanted to find out what my purpose was, why I'm here, all of those big kind of life questions. I want to tell you a story about my journey into hypnotherapy, because I always think about these Tuesday Sideswipe moments where everything is going along as you like, normal life. You go to school, you drop the kids off, you go to the supermarket, you do your thing. And these moments come kind of from left field, and suddenly you're going down a different road, a road that you didn't think that you'd be on. And so many of the people who end up doing our hypnotherapy course have these Tuesday Sideswipe moments. For me, it was on a Tuesday, and I picked up my little boy from school, and the teacher said to me, he's not looking that great. He's looking a bit tired. We've noticed he's not feeling very well. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, we've noticed as well. I'll take him into the doctor's. So I took him in, and suddenly the doctor's face changed, and he said, right, we're going to take you into the hospital and just get some blood tests. And I just knew something was not quite right. So we were there for a little while, got the blood tests back, and found out that my little boy had leukemia. Suddenly, your life, which was supermarkets and school pickups and things like that, completely changed to being in the hospital for the next kind of 6 months. And at that moment, everything changed. My priorities changed. My kind of everything rearranged in this weird way, which I really wanted to find out what my purpose was, why I'm here, all of those big kind of life questions while we're going through this journey with my son. And so, kind of carrying on a little bit, he ended up having this aversion to taking his medication, which built up over a little bit of time, until he said, I just can't take it anymore. I can't take these pills. So I said to him, how about we go and see someone who can help you change, the way you think about it. And I took him to a hypnotherapist. And it was the most amazing 40 minutes of my life, because he went in with this complete aversion to pills. He couldn't even swallow an M&M or a Tic Tac or a sprinkle. And he came out after 40 minutes being able to say, I can do that. And he looked at me in the face and said, yeah, I can do it now. So I said, well, take an M&M or, swallow a Tic Tac. And he was like, no, I can do the pill now. So I took it out of my bag and gave it to him, and he went, there, told you so. And I was like, what? How did this happen in 40 minutes? I've got to learn how to do that. I want to help people change their minds in such a short time that is going to completely change their life and help them in so many different ways. And so I signed up the next day to study hypnotherapy and work out how I could use it to help him, to help myself, but started me on a journey to be able to help hundreds and hundreds of people, and that's been the most amazing thing. Lots of people that I've noticed along this journey have had that same kind of Tuesday Sideswipe moment, and some of them are like in the instant like that, but others are more a build up. It might be after one of my students had just come through a really messy divorce, and landed at the end of that and said, well, what do I do now? My life has completely changed, and had that same kind of feeling of like everything rearranging, and I want to know what my purpose is. I want to know, how I can bring my skills, my unique abilities, and help other people. I think it's just a really lovely thing. If you are one of those people who have gone through something, it might not be as dramatic, but it might just be a very quiet moment of transition, and you come out the other side thinking, what's next for me? Maybe hypnotherapy is the right path for you.